Now, the 718 Cayman GTS 4.0 might be really cool, but actually what captured my imagination when I think of GTS is actually this 981 Cayman GTS model with the 3.4 litre naturally aspirated 6-cylinder. Now we're going to test drive both of these cars to see how they compare. Hi guys, I'm in the 981 Cayman GTS. The car is basically built on the same chassis as the 718. Actually, the interior feels very similar. Jumping back and forth from both cars, actually I feel that they're really quite similar. The first thing that I noticed, actually, this car, when it starts up, it feels quieter somehow inside. I'm not sure on the outside because this car seems to be really loud versus the 718. But at least from the inside, this one feels quieter. For the purpose of this test, I'll be driving both in sport mode and also with the exhaust valves open. Steering on this car is a little bit more slack compared to the 718. The one in the 4.0 is just a bit sharper. It feels slightly quicker as well. And needless to say, the on-tap power on the 4.0 is a lot more. So just cruising around now in about 2,000 to 3,000 RPM, the 4.0 feels a lot more powerful. But it's a GTS, right? So now, test the red line of the car. It was thrilling. So definitely this car is not as fast, surely, as the 4.0. But somehow, it's more exciting, more engaging. The sound, I guess, plays a very big part. And there are pops and crackles from the exhaust. I don't know if you can hear it. Yes, the proceedings are a little bit slower, and in the 4.0 you are probably quicker point to point, but this car is somehow sweeter to red line, sweeter to push somehow. Honestly, the handling of both cars feel very similar. Apart from the steering feel difference, I think this is the car that I would pick, at least for a road drive. But of course, if you're setting lap times, then the 4.0 is definitely the faster car. Now in this car, you feel like you can have as much fun, but you're not going so fast. So which is quite nice for Singapore. And yeah, of course the engine is much smaller than the 4.0, but yes, the sensation of speed in this car is amazing. Now, I also want to comment the PDK feels identical in both cars, so just as quick, just as responsive. So now we are in the 718 Cayman GTS 4.0, and immediately off the bat, the low RPMs, there's a lot more power. You can also feel the steering is finer tuned, it's better weighted than the other car, and this is a big improvement. Now this car is really loud, actually I'm quite surprised. But the sound is very different. It's mechanical, and I would describe the 981 GTS as apocalyptic. It's different strokes for different folks, but this car does sound pretty good. I mean, after all, it's a naturally aspirated, big capacity engine. So kudos to Porsche for doing that. Oh, this car is thrilling. This car's handling is just as good, even better. Overall, this car just feels tighter, and I think feels actually a bit sportier.